trying to throw hints or hoping that the person picks up what you're putting down. Hello, Cancer Cross Watcher, and welcome to your September Cross Watchers Only reading. I am Princess India if you are new, and if you're a family, welcome back, my friend, and what's not or whatever. If you are not familiar with this reading, whoa, okay, it's the Cross Watchers Only reading. So it is for, I can't say, I always have to say this, I can't say that a Cancer can't resonate with this because it's totally possible, especially if you're a Cancer and your partner is a Cancer, you know what I mean? You would just be watching it like, you know, you're cross watching them, even though you're a Cancer too. I don't know, let me know in the comments if it resonates if you're a Cancer, but I'm doing them for a person who wants to cross watch for a Cancer person. So anywho, whoa, all right then. We're gonna go ahead and get into you guys cards for September 15th going into October, so the 15th of September into October 15th, my friends. So the first two cards that we have out, this is very fascinating. We have the Queen of Pentacles, and then we have the Page of Chalices. So what it's looking like, guys, this is really interesting. I would say, and I feel like, I don't know how on earth it seems like every single sign I do, it always starts like this. I would say that there's some communication issues between you and your Cancer bae going on here. Let me move my phone right there. That's going on between you and your Cancer bae here. And the simple fact that I'm feeling the cross watcher person is more or less, reaching out, and your Cancer person not necessarily reaching back. And I don't mean that in a literal sense. It's not saying that, like, you know, you're calling them and they're not answering. I mean, that's possible, but I mean, I'm not really so much seeing that here. It's almost like feeling ignored. It's like their focus is somewhere else and not on you. And it's more or less, I'm seeing that as causing a level of frustration within you, because it's this sense of like, how I'm seeing is kind of funny. I want to say like ruminating, but it's almost like having, whoa, okay. It's almost like having, that's way too many cards, dude. It's almost like having conversations with yourself, if you will. Like alone in your room and you saying like what you could have said. And it's like, I don't know who they thought they was talking to like that, because I know they wasn't talking to me. You know, it's like kind of like that is what I'm seeing, which is, you know, cute. But, I feel the thing is that why I'm seeing it that way, it's more or less because it's something you're wanting to say to this Cancer person about their behavior, about you feeling neglected, about you feeling ignored by this person, but it's almost like a fear to really, to speak in reference to that, or to speak your truth in so many words. So it's more or less internalizing this frustration. But having this Death card that came out, the next cards that came out in a big chunk are the Death card, the Eight of Swords in the reverse, Ten of Swords in the reverse, and the King of Swords in the reverse, and then the Knight of Wands in the reverse, and the Six of Chalices in the reverse. And the thing that's interesting here, I'm looking at the fact that the first three cards, of course, are upright. The rest of them are all in the reverse, BTW. If you're new, the reason why I'm not showing the cards is because my lens sucks and they're just blurry. So why? You know what I mean? Anywho, but looking at this, it's like I'm seeing this as a sense of like backup, stagnation. So it's like energy is kind of shutting down. So crosswatcher, this is more or less looking to me like your Cancer person at present, they're focused on a whole lot of life stuff. And if I remember correctly, with their soul session for September, it was more or less in August or a little bit farther back into July. It's like they were kind of dealing with like stuff and things, and like stuff came up, and it's just stuff is kind of hectic for them right now. But it's more or less they're in this mode of trying to get their life in order, trying to get things back on track, and more or less trying to create, you know, harmony and congruence in their life and whatnot. So I do see how this person could be kind of distant at present. You know what I mean? And of course, what it is that they're focused on is going to be different for each of you. However, it's more or less kind of reaching out to this Cancer person, and I'm saying this proverbially speaking, like not literally calling them, but it may be some gesture that you guys made and them completely not noticing it, or them forgetting something that's really important to you. It could be like an anniversary, birthday, you know, something like that. Or it's just you feeling ignored, you know what I mean? And it's more or less, this is causing a huge disruption within you. So the whole thing is with you not really speaking, it's thinking a lot about how it is that you feel and a lot of stuff that you would like to say, if you will, but then kind of second guessing yourself and kind of going back and forth. With the death card being here, it's more or less saying two things for me. It's a need to more or less, it's like advice, I would say it this way. It would behoove you to not continue on this way, like needing to have a real serious sit down conversation and get clear of like, what are we doing? Where are we going type of deal? Because it's only taking your Cancer person's actions for face value is what it's looking like. So it's not really being sure why they are behaving that way, but it's not really trying to find out the why either. But I mean, of course, you know, for some of you, it could be that the Cancer person just flat out ain't telling you. You know what I mean? That's a possibility as well. But it's more or less saying that it would behoove you guys to speak your truth, because if you don't, it's like all of the energy after the death card just starts to stagnate. So it's more or less you guys being trapped in a mental prison, if you will. I really wanted to say box. I don't know why. But it's more or less you guys being trapped in a mental prison. And what I mean by that specifically is you guys falling back into old thought reels. You know what I mean? So whether that's in relation to this partnership or just you guys individually, meaning that you start thinking about things that went awry in the past and start fearing that that's happening again and they're doing this again type of deal. Or if it's something, you know, just with maybe, you know, proverbial demons that you battled in the past of like, you know, they're going to leave, like abandonment issues. They're going to think I'm not good enough, self-worth issues, and I'm never, you know, really going to be loved by anyone. You know what I'm saying? If it's stuff like that, you know what I mean? Because it's a fear of speaking one's truth because you don't want to rock the boat, but it's not really helping the situation. So how this kind of shows me this playing out more or less is it's holding on to this mental picture or this image of what one thinks is going on. So it's kind of making up a whole narrative in one's mind of why they believe that the Cancer person is being cold. And it's a mix of the behaviors, and I'll tell you what the point is of determining between the two. For those of you who have been with this person for some time, then it would more or less be going back to one's own thought reels as well as the history of this partnership. If this is something fairly new to where you guys don't have much history, it would be falling back into your own thought reels. But how I'm seeing it progress forward is it's more or less making up something, not making up, but I'm coming to a conclusion in your mind of what you believe to be happening, right? And being kind of stuck on that. And it's almost like you guys mentally just shutting down. Now, when we get to this King of Swords in the reverse here, I feel here, and this is interesting, because I don't know why all of the people that I'm reading for this month, it's just like this whole mirroring thing we got going on. It's more or less, I see this King of Swords in the reverse being kind of like a trigger point to where it's almost like manipulation tactics, but not meaning like conniving manipulation, but manipulation tactics in the sense of being rooted in being afraid to ask for what you want. So it's kind of like trying to throw hints or hoping that the person picks up what you're putting down. You know what I mean? And that still causes more miscommunication, and I think over time would continue to validate whatever it is that you've made up in your mind. And what I am hearing at present is today is the 9th of September and Mars goes retrograde today, right? So something that would be super important here, I believe, is, and this is me just really getting all in your business and things, but in your birth chart. This could legit relate to your birth chart, especially like if you have Mars in your 8th house. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, go look at that. You know what I'm saying? Mars, if Mars is in your 8th house, in your birth chart, I'm legit talking to you right now, and I don't know who you are. Hi, how you doing? My name's Princess India. Pleasure to meet you. Spirit's telling me all your business right now. Sorry to call you out in front of all of these people. You know what I'm saying? Anywho. But it's something with that of there needing to be a death to this particular behavioral pattern, because I feel this behavioral pattern is coming up with this Cancerian person, yes, but I feel it's you're being offered an opportunity to heal this. So this would be completely, and this has literally happened with every sign before this of how like cross watchers are getting the word up in here, you know what I'm saying? But this is giving you an opportunity devoid of what your Cancerian person does or does not do to heal this pattern of behavior that I'm seeing, because I feel that this pattern of behavior has existed prior to this Cancerian person. And it's something that's coming up, but it's an offering. You're being offered an opportunity to heal. You know what I mean? Because I feel this Cancerian person does the same thing, but in a different way. It's rooted in an insecurity and a fear of asking for what you want, because it's either you believe you don't deserve it or you think you're just not going to get it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, I don't want to say passive aggression either. It's just kind of, you know, circumventing things to kind of get a person to do something or recognize something without you literally saying it. You know what I mean? So, and that's why I say like the word without me giving like all the explanation of it, it is manipulation. I just hate to use it because it has so much of a negative connotation, but I want to assure you, I know that you guys aren't doing anything that's like sneaky underhanded. It's just that you're afraid to ask for what you want. So you inadvertently try to get your needs met indirectly as opposed to directly. But with this 6 of chalices here and this Knight of Wands in the reverse, whew, child. This is literally saying to me that you're being offered an opportunity during this retrograde to recognize this behavior and to reverse it, if you will, like to be able to be more direct. It's saying if this doesn't happen, this could end up being this feeling of and I said this for a Taurus. I don't know if y'all Taurus is out there. I mean, we got Scorpio energy here. But this could be a sense of you being in a position where you would feel, like say if you just, you know, this relationship just blew up or something like that. And this would be like me really progressing, but it would be feeling like this person is the one that got away. Like if you were to progress, I don't know, 5-10 years in the future and you look back at this, and looking at it objectively and time having passed, it's like you would be able to see what it is that I'm seeing of how this could have been approached differently. It's just a little difficult at present because you're subjective and you're in it and you're feeling stuff. And it's like you're thinking things of what's happened in the past with this person or with other people. And it's like all of that stuff is going on in your mind. But it's like, I feel like this is almost like plucking you out, like, hey, take a step back and really look at what's happening here. Especially if you guys are dealing with a Cancer person who, and I don't know if y'all already cross-watched the soul session, but their soul session, it was a really good reading, but it was just like a lot to do with them just over committing, and they're taking on way too much stuff right now. And it's like they're drowning in their life. Okay, let me just say it like that. You know what I mean? So especially if they're just kind of trying to get their head above water and it's a lack of communication that's causing all of this, you know what I mean? I just feel it wouldn't behoove the partnership for things to progress moving forward the way that they have been up to this point, in so many words, because I feel like things would stagnate. And I feel like both of you guys would regret it, to be quite honest. It's like you would look back at this and be like, man, we really didn't have issues like that. Like this is something that we could have worked through. I just feel that the thing is communicating and not allowing stuff to fester or, you know, making up stuff in your head of what you think is going on. It's like, find out what it is that's really going on, cross-watcher. You know what I'm saying? So anywho, that's all I got for y'all on this side. I'm going on over to Vimeo in the Lurkers Lounge, my website, Patreon, and YouTube members to do the extended, where we are going to take a gander at what your Cancer person is thinking and feeling about you, my friends. So if you're about that life, follow me over there. But if not, I still love your face, and I will see you sooner than later. Sooner than later, because you're totally going to watch the extended. Of course you are. Dance party time! So if you're still here, thank you for watching this video to the end. Don't you dare talk about my dance moves, Cancer. You know what I'm saying? But there's a gift here. It's going to be a discount on your extended reading. Namshan. So there's like a code here or here. I don't really know where I'm gonna put it, but it's gonna be a code. So use it to get a discount. I like dabbing on your extended. You know what I'm saying? I really gotta think of like, that looks like I'm smelling my pit. Why do they call that dabbing? I have no idea. But anywho, y'all suggest some dance moves for me. All I'm doing is cabbage patching in the ocean, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm doing my little TLC thing, you know what I'm saying? Please suggest dance moves for Princess. My kid tried to teach me one and he just told me to stop. It was like something like this. Like he like threw something, I was supposed to catch it and be like, and he's like, Mom, you're too stiff. And I'm like, And he's like, too stiff. I'm like, And he's like, I'm not putting you on TikTok. And I was all like, You know what I'm saying? But anywho, yeah, discount code, do that. See you guys in the extended. I love your face. Know what I'm saying?